All right, so let's start with the big story that we are tracking on WION at this hour, where the Russian President Vladimir Putin is all set to visit India today for the traditional annual summit between the leaders of the two nations. As India gears up for the much-anticipated Modi-Putin talks in the evening, reports indicate that as many as about 10 bilateral agreements are likely to be signed during President Putin's visit to boost the India-Russia strategic partnership. Now, India and Russia will also be holding the first 2+2 format dialogue. The Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and the Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu will be holding talks with their Indian counterparts, Dr. S. Jaishankar and Rajnath Singh. Now, the ministers are expected to hold in-person discussions on several key regional and international issues, including the developments that are taking place in Afghanistan and also the situation in the Asia-Pacific region. This will, of course, be Putin's second visit outside Russia this year. The first one was in the month of June, where he met with the American President Joe Biden in Geneva. Putin chose to skip his visits to G20, the Glasgow Climate Conference, and rescheduled a visit to China because of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. And his trip to India highlights the significance that Putin in fact places on bilateral ties with the traditional ally India. With this visit, Putin is indicating that this tour is not just about maintaining the special strategic partnership that Russia has with India, but also about strengthening the bilateral relationship. And this comes despite New Delhi's growing closeness to Washington. And according to reports, Russia and India will be signing 10 bilateral agreements in various areas, including in some semi-confidential ones following the talks. The meeting between Putin and the Indian Prime Minister is also likely to see the presentation of the S-400 air defense system to India. And according to reports, both these nations are likely to sign a deal on supplying AK-203 assault rifles. Despite the changing geopolitical equations, Delhi and Moscow remain the closest of allies. But some areas of difference will, of course, be difficult to ignore, given the fact that both Russia and India are causing up to different partners involved in the geopolitical rivalry between the United States and China. The clash of ideas regarding the Indo-Pacific and also the re-emergence of the Quad grouping comprising of Australia, Japan, the United States and India could, of course, create a bit of an impact in the upcoming summit. All right, now to get us more details in terms of what can, of course, be expected over the course of the day and why this relationship between India and Russia is likely to play a very crucial part in the years to come. We're firstly joined in by WION's principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal, is joining us live from New Delhi. We're also joined by the head of ORF's Strategic Studies Program, Harsh Pant, who's also joining us on this broadcast. But Siddhant, let me begin with you. Bring us up to speed with what is on the agenda, as India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Well, Mohammed, it's a long day, and the day has started with the meeting of the Russian Defense Minister and the Indian Defense Minister Rajnath Singh. They, of course, will be having conversations on how to take forward the defense relationship, which essentially forms the pillar of this relationship. We can expect a roadmap being announced by both the ministers, and then, of course, in a short while from now, both the foreign ministers, the Indian External Affairs Minister and the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov will be meeting, followed by the maiden first 2+2 meeting. We know that when it comes to 2+2 mechanism, the foreign and defense ministers level, India has this mechanism as of now with Australia, Japan and US, and today Russia will become the fourth country with which India will have this mechanism. In fact, all these three countries are all Quad member countries, so Russia essentially stands out as the only non-Quad member country with which New Delhi has this 2+2 dialogue mechanism. But the big focus, of course, is on the visit of the Russian President Vladimir Putin. As we have pointed out how this visit is significant, it will see the meeting between the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Russian President at around 5:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Even though it's a short visit, that is primarily because of the COVID crisis, it will see a lot of pacts being announced.
Absolutely, indeed. We'll, of course, look forward to that. Do continue to stay on with us, Siddhant. Mr. Pant, if I can bring you in on this, a lot of people are looking at the relationship between New Delhi and Moscow It is a relationship that's been described as a bit of an old romance. Is that what the Delhi-Moscow equation presently is? Or do you think that there is more to this visit by the Russian President Vladimir Putin to New Delhi?
See, there is no doubt that India and Russia have had a very long-standing relationship, historical relationship. But I think what is also important to recognize that relationship is being carved out in today's geopolitical context. And so a lot of the questions that India and Russia are answering or trying to answer today as to what they can do when their foreign policy priorities are at some level diverging, with Russia cozying up to China and India challenging China on a number of fronts, and also increasingly getting closer to the West, to the US, and to some of the Indo-Pacific allies. The fact that Russia is not very encouraging on Indo-Pacific, and finds Quad as a mechanism to contain China, and Russians have been very vocal about it, also poses a challenge to the nature of this relationship that has been time tested. But I think what is very clear is from the top leadership level, at the top leadership level, both in New Delhi and in Moscow, there is a commitment to make this leadership, to make this relationship relevant to today's requirements. And so when Prime Minister Modi was in Vladivostok in 2019, he made it very clear that he wants to see the economic content of the relationship grow. He wants to see this relationship become more broader than simply a unidimensional relationship that based on defense engagement. And I think now that Mr. Putin is visiting India and giving a very symbolic assertion of the role that India plays continues to play in Russian foreign policy matrix, I think the attempt would be to make this relationship more broad-based, to bring in more stakeholders, and to ensure that the long-term sustainability of this relationship is not in question at a time of enormous geopolitical upheavals that we are witnessing. So I think the two nations remain committed to this relationship. There is certainly a sentimentality attached to this relationship, but the two leaders at least are committed to make it more relevant to 21st century requirements.
That you raised an important point, and that's a question that I want to ask you. Why is it that the India-Russia equation has very largely remained unidirectional? Why have we not taken this relationship beyond the realm of defense?
I think it has been difficult for a number of reasons. I think structurally, Russian economy is still reliant on its defense exports and on oil and gas sector. I mean, Russian economy's inability to diversify has been a big challenge. And I think what Mr. Putin is now doing is making it very clear that he wants to see Russia diversify. And in that context, India is becoming an important partner. Whether you look at the attempt by India to engage Russia on the Far East question, on the Arctic question. And I think all these issues will become very central to India-Russia engagement as we move forward. Also important to recognize is that defense ties have remained constant because of the historical linkages that we have had. So, defense relationships don't change overnight because you have the legacy issue, you have the issue of spare parts and maintenance, and Russia remains a major supplier for more than 65% of India's defense requirements. So clearly there has always been, despite the change in global politics after Cold War, the relationship continued, and the inability, I think, of Russian economy to diversify and take full advantage of India's opening up made it very difficult. But I think what has happened is that China factor is now galvanizing the two nations to look at each other very, very differently.
Absolutely, indeed, a very complex equation in terms of how different nations, of course, engage with each other. And Siddhant, if I can bring you in on this, of course, is a question that is playing in the back of the minds of a lot of people are looking at the India-Russia equation. Now, Russia is not very happy with the fact that India is a member of the Quad. Do you think this issue is likely to come up for talks when Prime Minister Modi meets with Vladimir Putin?
Well, yes, Mohammed, we know that Russia has made its displeasure known publicly as well when it comes to groupings like Quad, when it comes to Indo-Pacific, while India has explained the rationale of Quad and also Indo-Pacific, making sure that Moscow knows that New Delhi backs an inclusive Indo-Pacific which is open to all and is not directed against anyone, especially against Beijing. But largely, remember, while India is part of Quad and, of course, many other groupings. It is also part of BRICS. It is part of SCO groupings which have seen dominance of Russia. We know when it comes to SCO, Russia has taken a lead role, and it is because of Russia that that India is in the SCO grouping. In fact, one of the SCO meetings are being hosted by New Delhi over past few days. But largely, when it comes to this issue, this is an ongoing issue. There have been conversations in the past as well. When the Indian Foreign Minister and the Russian Foreign Minister meet in a short while from now, this is something that will be again discussed. In fact, I clearly remember Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov clearly lashing out against Indo-Pacific vision a few years ago when he was here in Delhi. But Delhi is trying to make sure that Moscow understands that when it comes to Indo-Pacific, it is not against any one country.
Oh, absolutely indeed. Thank you very much indeed to Siddhant Sibal and also to Mr. Harsh Pant for joining us in this broadcast. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.